So we'll be starting with this nursery school. So our topic is nursery cum day boarding school. So here we will be studying what are the design criteria for a nursery school. So first of all, I would like to ask you people, what do you understand by the term nursery school, or what is nursery school? Anyone?
Ma'am, a school where basically age of 3 or 4 students are there.
Okay. What more?
Ma'am, it should be more child friendly, more colorful, so that children get attracted towards it.
Yes, that's true. And और like क्या क्या aspects हम देख सकते हैं when we are designing for children, like not in terms of school, like anything for children.
Ma'am, soft flooring, so that they do not get spill and hurt themselves. That rubber mat flooring and
Yeah, that can be on floor as well as on walls.
yes, ma'am.
We should
Ma'am,
keep in
they should
mind that
not
the walls don't have, or the furniture don't have very like
blunt.
clean edges,
Yes, ma'am.
should have more of a curved edges.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Uh, Ma'am, low seating.
obviously the seating height will be according to the students only. Like, or people try to use adjustable seatings as well, like in which you can
Yes.
adjust the height for the faculty, for the teacher, as well as for the student. That is also one thing.
मैम मैसेज पढ़ लीजिए।
What?
और मैम मैंने मैसेज ऑप्शन में जो लिखा है उसको पढ़ लीजिए।
Oh, first school for kids including fun studies, combo of knowledge, and colorful attraction. Yes, that's true. That's nice. It should have a fun study. So you should have a proper classroom as well as some space for outdoor activities, different kind of things. You can have a small pool, obviously, which is for the student. So the height will definitely vary. It cannot be like too deep, and a shallow one is good for the students. You don't provide like a proper swimming pool. It's just a normal pool where people can take, like, not people, the children can take bath and have some fun activity in the pool. Plus you people must have seen a area with sand and all where people play. Then people also provide some clay area, can have outdoor gardens as well, like according to the space. If there's a like lot of space, can have a garden or a lawn itself, colorful walls with drawings and stuff. Okay, Satvik. Obviously, when it comes to children, people like uh, like things colorful because like it increases the creativity as well, and it like colors are like it uh, pops the things in the children. Like when it comes to anything, जितना कलरफुल होगा उतना ज्यादा बच्चे सोचते हैं उस चीज को लेके, and have a different kind of vision. They start getting like what color it is, and like whatever they see, they try to correlate each another thing. And so that's why we use a lot of colors. Um, Plus, actually, it is a stress buster as well, and it has a playful and a joyful mood. Or what else? Chetna, answer something. explore more and more things, you'll know.
Yes, all the points have been mentioned, which I have thought of.
Okay, so basically, when it comes to wall finishes, one thing is very basic, that the paint should not be toxic. So if we use a like non-toxic, it will be really good for children, and obviously toxic is not good for anyone, right?
Yes.
Then we can have some display surfaces, which can be a marker board or a magnet board. This kind of things, yeah, are easily grasped by the children, and they like love it. Like if you have a display surface, like they have a like feeling of scribbling anything when they are like small kids. They do such stuff. Then the magnets like draw their attention too much, so you can have magnet boards as well. Have some play area which includes magnets and all, obviously not heavy ones, but like small ones, delicate ones. Then you should have like glazed coating which is suitable for the wet areas. And for the floor finishes, as Sakshi has said, that there should be something which is padded, so that like the children don't get hurt. So it can be a carpet kind of thing which has a layer of pads for safety, and obviously for allergy issues as well. Then for children, they can have like vinyl sheets in the toilets as well. And they can have like, while they have their seatings or have a different play area, or have different um, like area where they need to sit down on the floor, they can have rugs which have proper paddings as well. Like obviously don't feel like you're like sitting on the floor. So these are the things we can like have in mind. Then when it comes to ceiling, so you have to keep in mind that like about the acoustics as well, acoustics as well. So there should be not like too much of noises. There should be a very soft kind of area. We can have gypsum board ceiling. The ceiling height has to be a proper one, and we have to keep in mind obviously that where we have the wet areas have a different kind of ceilings, because it doesn't goes well with this. Like if you have a lot of wet area and it doesn't dries out quickly, obviously it goes as a infectious one as well. So obviously we don't want to catch viruses and all. So like we want this wet area to be kept apart, and the thing should not be there, like the floors and the walls and the ceiling should be with such a finishes that they are dried quickly. So if we have a like exposed ceiling, it obviously creates interest to the environment, and we have like we can have like different height of spaces. We can have low height of spaces, we can have high light of spaces. And if you have a very bright ceiling, it is not good for the children, because like it gives their pressure to their eyes. तो बहुत ही luminous ceilings अगर होती है तो we don't provide that for the children. So when it comes to fires and safeties, what we do that we have we don't like we should don't sorry we should not have too many floors. It should be like on the ground floor or the first floor only, so that it is easier for children to climb. Basically it's more of a like, if you have it on a ground floor, it's basically the easiest thing, क्योंकि जितना हाइट होगा उतना ही सेफ्टी इश्यूज ज्यादा होंगे, which is very obvious. And when it comes to a staircase, we have two means of exit, which is accessible from all the rooms. And what we keep in mind, that the doors should not be locked from inside. They should be only locked from outside. So this is the safety thing which we should like see, कि कभी भी डोर के अंदर साइड पे लैश नहीं प्रोवाइड करना है, हमेशा डोर के बाहर साइड लैश प्रोवाइड करना है, बिकॉज इफ इन एनी केस a student closes the door from inside, it is really difficult to open it. Obviously you have to break it as that is very obvious. But because the age of a children is very less, around 3 or 4 or 5, uh, like in a closed room without anyone, obviously the child will get scared, or like may faint even if it's like for a too long time. So we have to keep that in mind. We have we should have fire detection, fire alarm, firefighting equipments, everything nearby. Then the height of the parapet and the window opening should be around 1.1 meter above the floor, so that like the student or the child don't jump here and there with that. And the window should have proper meshes or window nets, or whatever you say that, but like a double door kind of a system, so that you can have a protection against the insects and the mosquitoes. So when it comes to colors, there are few welcoming colors, which are like the bright oranges, the yellows and greens, which are called as welcoming colors. So the wall should be colored with this, which creates a like great warm and happy space. Then when it comes to calming colors, obviously the vibrance of blues and greens, there should be like these colors can be used in the classrooms, and it gives a peace and calmness to the space. So for blue, it is said that it symbolizes peace and harmony and wisdom. And the green is for like nurturing and harmony as well. Then there are some creative colors, which is like royal blue, the deep one, the deep royal blue. And it like if you have some artwork or have some poster picture or have a accent wall, like you have to create a backdrop, you can use this deep blue color.
Yes, ma'am.
So now it comes to like outdoor play area. So you should have around like 18 to 20 meters square of area as per child. Like it is for the occupancy, like if you have like 10 student or 20 student in a class, you have to like calculate your play area according to that. So for one person, it is around 18.6, and obviously you can take it around 18 to 20 meters square. And like where you place your outdoor area, it should be easily accessible from the classroom and the toilet, and it should be enclosed by wooden or wire fencing, a low wall, or a dense shrubbery. And we also like when it comes to wire fencing, it should not be a very sharp one. It should have a crisscross edges, doesn't have any pointy edges. The wire shouldn't stuck out, so it should have a smooth edge so it doesn't hurt anyone. So basically like if we come to the wire, it is avoidable just because if like it has pointy edges, it may hurt someone. So a wooden one or a low wall or maybe a dense shrub area is good.
Ma'am, how much area is
So
needed
now
for one student?
around 18.6 meters square for a student.
मैम 10 स्टूडेंट्स के लिए.
For one student, 18.6 meters square per student.
ओके मैम.
So Satvik, you have said a proper fire protection and anything sharp or dangerous to kids should be installed at high level. Yes, we have covered this part, and actually there shouldn't be any sharp thing in the kindergarten. Or for fire protection, you can have it at like normal height, which is for the adults, not for the children. The height is obviously different when it comes to a child and an adult. Minimum use of sharp edges and surfaces. Okay, Satvik, we don't use sharp edges. So wherever there are sharp edges to the walls or to the furniture, we like rub that and make a curve to that. So every time you'll see a furniture or a like wall surface, you'll find the corner like chamfered. You'll not find very like clean edges at 90 degree. And sometime like when it comes to um like uh, like in the kindergarten, when there is like room for a child, or at old age also, you'll also find that people do cover their edges with a rubber sheet so that it doesn't feel like they can't feel the sharp edge, because the skin for a child as well as for a like very elderly person, it's almost same, very delicate. So you don't want anything which is edgy. So basically it is done when you are like using some older space and creating a like old age home or a kindergarten maybe, or the preschool, some play school kind of a thing, where there's a lot of students are there, a lot of children are there. So these things should be kept in mind. Any query with like any one of you, what you have to do is you have to obviously go through each and everything. I have told you about the nursery, what is a kindergarten, how you do it. What you have to do is you have to think of the boarding school as well. So this is just one part of what we are doing. Yes, Satvik, these are the compulsory requirements. So what we have to do is like we have studied about the nursery. What is a nursery? You have to find out what do you mean by day boarding. What are the things you have to provide for a day boarding? Obviously, like when a child is there for a whole day, you should have a proper kitchen, proper area like dining areas, proper rooms. They need to sleep, they need to play, rooms with the toilets. And like for the full day there are like faculties, like not faculties, the teachers or the nurses, even they have a small like small clinic, can have a small clinic as well, or a first aid room. So these are the things, these are the requirements you need to find out what comes for a day boarding school. Okay, so you have approx an hour, be in the class, find out what are the things you require, and discuss it here only. You can just go start like going through the books. Maybe you have something with the interior designing book where it comes for like maybe you have a chapter for nurseries or for schools. What are the basic criteria designing a school, and what is the basic criteria designing a day boarding? So obviously we can merge it and can design a nursery come a day boarding.
मैम अभी लाइक हमें नर्सरी के बारे में रिसर्च करनी है, डे बोर्डिंग की, दोनों को मिलाकर।
We have to find out like how we can work with nursery and a day boarding, तो दोनों ही देखना है।
ओके।
Okay.